What's up, guys? Peter from Peter Does Coins, and here we've got a crazy lot. We've got lots of cool big silver coins from all over the world, and even some US stuff. We've got some slabs, and so let's just get to it. We've got some really cool stuff. We're going to start with a couple of British silver. So we've got 1939 2 shillings or 1 florin. So that's 50% silver from Great Britain. Then we've got an Australian florin, which is sterling silver from 1943. Next up, I've got this sitting next to me. I bought some Mexican gold. So we've got 1955 BU, 5 pesos. Nice uncirculated gold coin here. So that's pretty nice. I've got, right on top, Spanish 1801. So we've got Charles IV on the bust there. It's a Spanish Bolivia 8 reals, 91.7% silver. And this is a pretty nice looking coin. You know, not a whole lot of damage. I don't see any damage on this coin. It looks like a nice piece. And, you know, I'm excited to offer this one on our Whatnot stream tonight. Here we've got a 1912 British florin. This one's going to be sterling silver because it's before 1920. So that's a nice piece. The sterling silver British are often more collectible than the 500 silver. So that's pretty nice. Next up, more big silver. We've got a 1907 S, common date, U.S. Philippines, 1 peso. This is 80% silver, minted in San Francisco. Dollar-sized silver from the U.S. Philippines. So that's a nice one. We've got a Polish coin here. This is actually a rare Polish coin. I did pay up for this one. This is a 1928 5 zloty. Zloty. I still have trouble pronouncing it, but I'm doing my best. And so this is big silver from Poland. And so this is supposed to be a rare, scarce coin. So I'm excited to see how that one does on auction tonight. Next up, we've got a Japanese yen. In this one, I have not deciphered the date yet, so I will do that after the video. But this is a Japanese dragon design 1 yen. Probably dates from the 1880s, 1890s, or early 1900s, if it was my guess. 90% silver from Japan, dollar-sized. So that's pretty cool. Then we've got some Colombian silver here. This is 20 centavos, 90% silver from 1913. So that's Colombian silver. That's pretty cool. We've got more British, 1 florin from 1930. Definitely a cool design, 50% silver. We've got Queen Victoria 1 shilling, and this is going to be 1885. So it's sterling silver from Great Britain. Then we've got a King George V. That's going to be a Canadian 1929, which means it's 80% silver from Canada, 25 cents. Let's go for the other 8 real that I bought today. It's an 1815 Ferdinand VII Spanish Mexico 8 reals. It's a nice later Mexican piece. And again, no damage on this piece, or very minor if there is anything that I'm missing, but I'll go over it again before I actually sell it. But yeah, it looks like a nice coin. 8 reals from Spanish Mexico, 1816, or 1815, sorry. So that's pretty cool. Next up, we have got a hold. That's just a kind of trashy 1 shilling, 1875, sterling silver from Great Britain. Here is a better coin. This is a Brazilian 200 race from 1855. That's going to be 91.7% silver from Brazil. That's definitely nice. And even though it's a small coin, you know, it's definitely a more collectible coin. Really cool piece. And I love this design. All right. Next up, I will interlude with a Engelhard 10-ounce bar that I bought. I bought a 10-ounce Engelhard, which is nice. Engelhard, if you don't know, is typically one of the more desired brands, and so these ones go for a premium. And then I also bought a couple of Morgan dollars. And so we've got just a nice lustrous 1881S. 81S do look nice usually. They're just one of the strongest strike coins, and a lot of them seem to be in nice shape. but I picked it up for a reasonable price. And then I also picked up a pretty decent looking 1879 Morgan Dollar 79S in pretty nice shape. No cleaning on this coin, so it's definitely a nice piece. And then back to the stack here, we've got some smaller pieces. This is going to be a 1917 sterling silver British 3 pence. We've got 1910 Canada 10-cent silver. That's going to be sterling silver from Canada, Edward VII. That's a nice piece. Then we've got 1921 3 pence. So that's going to be 50% silver from Great Britain, 500 silver, 3 pence. We've got more Canadian silver. This is 10 cents from 1905. This is 925 silver from Canada. We've got 1911 Canadian dime, or 10 cents silver, sterling silver. Next up, we've got 1952 Cuba, 20 centavos. This one's a commemorative coin. They only issued this design as a commemorative, 1 year type, 90% silver from Cuba. Here we've got a couple of trashy, at least this one, Venezuelan 1 bolivars. These are 835 silver, size of a quarter, 835 silver from Venezuela. These are pretty slick, so not a whole lot of premium there. Then we've got, let's go over here, we've got a Great Britain 3 pence, 1937. That's just 50% silver. We've got another 1921 British 3 pence. This one's in a little bit better shape though. Here we've got Austria silver. This is 64% silver, 5 shillings from 1961. 5 shillings, 6,400 from Austria. Then we've got 1936 Great Britain, 1 florin, 50% silver from Great Britain. We've got 1917 sterling silver, shilling from Great Britain, 1 shilling. This one is Panama silver, which has been pretty hot lately. 1953 with the Conquistador design. It's 1/10 of a Balboa, 90% silver from Panama. Next up, we have got a Dominican Republic 25 centavos. That's 90% silver from 1942. Definitely a nice piece here. Then we've got a 1925, so it's 50% silver, 1 florin from Great Britain. And we've got a 1935 florin, 50%, and we've got a 1913. It's certainly sterling silver from Canada, 25 cents. That's nice. We've got 1919s. That's a sterling silver, 1 florin. Remember, if it's pre-1920, it's still sterling silver from Great Britain. So that's a nice piece. We've got 1921, so it's 50% silver, half crown from Great Britain, but still an early 500 silver. It does have a rim ding there, but other than that, pretty nice piece. And next up, we've got a French Indochina 1 piastre from 1913. Big 90% silver. It's 27 grams of 900 silver from French Indochina. Definitely a cool design, and these ones don't pop up as often as well, maybe you might not think they come up often, but they're pretty infrequent, you know, in purchasing. It's tough to find those. Next up, we've got a Canadian quarter, 1930 something. It's going to be 80% silver, not sterling. So then we've got Venezuela, another Bolivar. This one's 1935, 835 silver. We've got a French coin, this 1 franc from France, 1868. So that's 83.5% silver. Obverse is a lot better looking than the reverse on this one. Pretty slick there. But then we've got a 1917 British 3 pence. That's sterling silver. We've got 1944 Australia, and this one's actually cool because it's got that S San Francisco mint mark. During World War II, San Francisco and in the United States minted coins for a bunch of different countries. and Australia was one of them. This coin was struck in San Francisco in sterling silver for the country Australia in 1944. So that's a cool piece. Might bring a small premium on that one. Here we've got a Belgian 1951 20 francs from, or no, it's 50 francs from Belgium, 83.5% silver from Belgium, 1951. This one is a little bit better of a coin. It's tougher to find these ones. Then we've got a French 50 cents from 1866. That's 83.5% silver from France. We've got a Venezuela Bolivar from 1919, another 835 silver. And we've got another 3 pence from Great Britain, 1918 is sterling. And then we've got a half Bolivar, I believe it is, from 1954. That is 835 silver as well. We've got France. 1 franc, 1918, 83.5% silver. And this one, it does have some original luster peeking through, but these are actually pretty common in high grade. So not a huge premium on that one. Then we've got Venezuela, 1945, 1 Bolivar, 835 silver. And here's a better coin. This is an Italian 1 lire. Does have a small rim ding there, unfortunately, but very cool design, 1913. And it's got just an amazing design. 1 lire struck in 835 silver from Italy. Let's just admire this design for a second here with the chariot. Very cool. Italian 1 lire, 835 silver, 1913. That's a nice piece. Next up, we have got Panama. This is an older design, 1904. It's 90% silver, 25 centésimos, but it's the size of a $50. 90% silver from Panama. This one will go for a premium, even with the damage, because it's just so hard to find these. I think this one will not last long in our auction. Next up, we have got whoa, here we go, guys. 1917 British Guyana, 4 pence. British Guyana is a country in South America, and so this would have been a British colony in 1917. So that's pretty cool. It's sterling silver from Great Britain, and that's a little bit scarcer of a type, scarcer of a country. You don't see British Guyana every day. Next up, we have got a Japanese 5 cent. That's awesome. You know, I don't remember if these are silver or not. If it is silver, it's 80% silver. But I forget, are these copper nickel or 80%? Either way, it's definitely a cool piece, and I can't wait to translate these 4 characters and decipher the year. Next up, we've got a 1919 3 pence, so just got it, sterling silver from Great Britain. And we've got a 1906 3 pence, so that's nothing too crazy, more British. Here is 1950 Sweden 25 ore with the crown design. That's 40% silver from Sweden. We've got more British 3 pence. That's in 1899, so we're going to see Queen Victoria on the obverse. Old head Queen Victoria. We've got a George V, which is going to be from 1917. So we got it, sterling silver again. Here we've got Ottoman Empire silver. This is 83.3% silver from the Ottoman Empire, or Egypt. 1293, which is going to be 1880s, I believe. I'm still have trouble with converting, but it's definitely 1293 AH on the Islamic calendar. So cool piece there, and that's going to be, what's the denomination? Probably 10 Kirsch, 10 piastres. I think 10 Kirsch probably. So that's a nice piece. Then we've got British 1937 3 pence. That's 50% silver. And we've got a couple more here we're just going to clean up. We've got more British silver. This one's a cool design we haven't showed yet. It's 3 pence, but still lower premium, 50% silver from Great Britain. Here we've got more Australian. That's 57, so it's actually going to be 50%. Here we've got some United States coins. I've got a pretty nice Details 1858 New Orleans Mint seeded $50. It's real pretty, except for that big hole in it. And so that will unfortunately cut a lot of the value, which would otherwise have been on this coin, but definitely still a cool piece. And I think this one won't last very long. Next up, we've got an 1876 S. Nope, 76 Philly, seeded $0.5. This one's really just a cull. It's got a big scratch and it's really slick, and some rim dings, but still a seeded $0.5, 900 silver from the United States. And then I guess I'll just show this Morgan dollar, just a cheap cull, 1904 New Orleans Mint Morgan dollar. Next up, we have got 1883 1 peseta from Spain, 83.5% silver from Spain. A little bit tougher to find Spanish silver. Then we've got a, what is this? I mean, it looks scrubbed to me. It almost looks like it was a mint error or a fake. I don't know about this. It kind of feels right. It kind of doesn't, though. I don't know. It looks like a 5 francs from the 1960s or possibly a 2 francs from the 19-teens. But this is bizarre. Has anybody seen this before? Is this some kind of mint error? Or did somebody just scrub away every detail on the reverse? I mean, this seems like ridiculous. I'm not sure. The lines seem to be all going in one direction, not really indicative of scraping. Maybe someone did that over and over meticulously, but that's kind of weird. I don't know. What do you guys think? What is this? I have no idea what this is. Comment down in the comment section if you have any idea. French silver? Okay. Next up, we've got more British, 1931 florin, 50% silver. And we've got some Netherlands silver. This is going to be 6,400 silver from 1927, 10 cents from the Netherlands. Okay, here is a nice one. This is a 1934 Chinese junk dollar. Junk dollar is 90% silver, and they call it the junk dollar because of the boat. Just like, you would have a battleship as a type of boat. This is a Chinese junk, so it's junk is the type of ship. So it's a Chinese junk dollar, 90% silver, nice uncirculated coin, and I will be flipping this one up instead of setting it in a stack, because that's obviously a coin one wants to preserve the condition on extra carefully. All of these will eventually go in flips, of course. Here we've got an 1821 Ferdinand VII. This one's hold, but it's an 8 reals from Bolivia, which Bolivia, I believe, gained their independence in 1825. So this is later Bolivian colonial, but it's Spanish colonial. Bolivia, 8 reals. So still a nice piece, 91.7% silver from Spanish Bolivia. We've got a couple of commemorative $0.5 here. This is the Roanoke, or the Pilgrim. No, this is not the Roanoke. It's the Pilgrim, 1920 commemorative $0.5, 90% silver from the United States. And I also picked up a Booker T. Washington, 1946 S. Nope, 46 Philly. I'm not seeing the S. So it's a 46 Philly Booker T. Washington commemorative $0.5, 90% silver. Here we've got another, this is Egyptian, 1917, is 2 piastres, 833 silver, might be 7, no, I think it's 83.3 still, but it's Egyptian silver, arguably late Ottoman Empire, but pretty much it's just Egyptian silver, so that's pretty cool. We've got another Venezuelan coin, 1945, that's going to be a half bolivar. Or maybe this, I think, is 1/10 of a bolivar, maybe 835 silver from Venezuela. We've got some Netherlands or Dutch coins. These are all 1 golden coins. They're 72% silver from the Netherlands. Kind of just picked these up in the lot, but those are still cool. Silver coins from the Netherlands. I've got Sweden 10 or 40% silver from 1927. And we've got another 3 pence, 1913 from Great Britain. We've got 1943 Australia 3 pence. And now let's reach over here and I'll show you this. This is a Spanish cob 8 reals. It's been tested, it's been weighed. It is a real cob Spanish 8 reals. It's 90% silver from Spanish Colonial, probably Mexico, possibly Bolivia. You can't tell the mint mark because it was not struck on this coin since it's a cob. And this one has evidence of saltwater damage, so it's possibly a shipwreck coin, although it does not come with any certification. So it's pretty cool. It's a Spanish colonial cob, which is a crude silver coin produced by the Spanish Empire. This dates probably from the early 1700s, if it's Mexico, which is what I think it is. I think it's 17, maybe 10 would be there within the range. 1710 Spanish Mexico would be my guess. 8 reals. Definitely an awesome piece. Then we've got a French coin. 1915, 2 francs, 83.5% silver from France. We've got more Spanish colonial. This is 1809. This is Charles IV. Although, no, this is Ferdinand VII. 1809? And it looks like Charles IV on the bust. Maybe I'm wrong. Not sure. But it's Mexico, 1809. Okay, I'm not sure. Might have to do a little bit closer digging on this one. But that looks like Ferdinand VII is what it says on the legend. So interesting. 1809. I didn't know when he came to power. This might be a first year Ferdinand VII. I'm not sure. But this is a 1 real from Mexico. Possibly 1809. Can't really read it. Have to take a closer look. But still a cool piece. Here we've got U.S. Philippines. It's 20 centavos. 75% silver minted at the Denver Mint. 1944. That's a cool piece. We've got a 1918 sterling silver British florin and a 1893 pence sterling silver Queen Victoria Jubilee head, although it's in rough shape. We've got a South Africa 6 pence, which I believe is 80% silver from 1941. So that's a nice piece. We've got 1918 Canada 25 cents silver, 925 silver. We've got 1916 1 florin from Great Britain, 50% silver. I've got Guatemala 1943, 25 centavos, and this was actually minted at the Philadelphia Mint Facility in 1943 during the war. So definitely a cool piece, one you don't see very often. And we've got a bunch more British stuff. We've got, let's skip to this one. We've got a German States coin. And that's, here we go, 1767, 1 shilling, from possibly Mecklenburg and Schwerin, those German states, Mecklenburg and Schwerin, that's my guess, not particularly sure, but this is a Billon silver coin from 1767, definitely a nice piece. Let's kind of skip through some of this smaller stuff, because I realize the video is, taking a while. But here we've got an 1881 French franc from the Paris Mint Facility. 1881 is 83.5% silver from France. Definitely a cool piece. We've got a Spanish Provisional Government 1870 1 peseta. That's 835 silver. And the Spanish whatever it is, government, I just said it, but they only were around for 1 year. Spanish Provisional Government. It was only around for 1 year, and so this is actually a tougher coin, which is pretty cool. Then we've got, I guess I'll go to this one. This is Ottoman Empire, but it's copper nickel. It's going to be, actually, no, this is not copper nickel. This is 83.3%. I didn't realize it had the reeded edge. Yeah, and this is the older design. It's 1327 AH, which probably puts it in the early 1900s. So definitely a cool piece from the Ottoman Empire. Here we've got a Panama 1931, and that's actually a nice lustrous 1/10 of a Balboa. That's actually a nice piece, 90% silver with luster. I could see this one fetching a premium for that grade. I'm actually going to flip this one up now, and that's something possibly that I'll look into more. Here's an interesting coin. This is a Spanish silver. Okay, so this is 1885. Alfonso XII, 10 centavos from Spain. 83.5% silver from Spain here. We've got Hong Kong, 1891, 80% silver from Hong Kong, 10 cents from, we've got Queen Victoria on the obverse. We've got more British. We've got a Chilean coin. Chile, I believe this is 50% silver. It might be 40%. 1915 from the Santiago Mint. Chilean peso with the condor. Definitely a cool piece. Here we've got a large size Canadian 50 cents silver, Canadian half dollar. Edward VII, 925 silver. Definitely a cool piece. Here we've got more Ottoman Empire or Egyptian silver. That's going to be 50 piastres from 1916, 833 silver. Then we've got a really nice Japanese 10 sen here with the dragon. Again, have to get the year off of this one, but it's probably an AU to UNC coin with a lot of toning and may not straight grade. I'm not sure. I'll have to take a closer look, but it does have a lot of tarnish. And actually, I think maybe it... Yeah, I don't see any cleaning. It looks pretty good to me, but, you know, I'll take a closer look. But definitely a cool piece. 10 sen, and I do see some luster hiding under there, so that's a good sign. All right. And then we've got a Cuban peso from 1915. That's going to be 90% silver from Cuba, first year, so that's a cool piece. We've got, well, we'll do this one. Cuba, 25 centavos, 90% silver from 1953. I've got 1875 France, Hercules design, 5 francs. Big 90% silver from France. Then we've got, okay, and then we'll do this one here. This is Straits Settlements. I actually forget the percentage on this, but it's 1926, 10 cents silver. If I had to guess, I would guess 60% from the Straits Settlements. Here's a low ball Triumph that I picked up. It's just a no date, 3 cents silver from the United States. And here is a 15, I believe it's 47. Yeah, 1547. It is dated. It's a Hungarian 1 dinar. So it's Hungary, 1 dinar from 1547, a silver coin in actually a high grade, but it's not too hard to find these in high grade, believe it or not, even though it is from the 1540s. Okay, and so then I have a couple of slabs that I'll show you guys, and I'll also show you this. Look what I picked up at the local coin store today. 1773 Colonial Virginia, 1 farthing. Colonial Virginia farthing, 1773. That's awesome. Just wanted to share that real quick. And it's not in bad shape. But then we've got a couple slabs here. We'll just start it off. Here we've got a 1921 Alabama commemorative half dollar from the United States, 90% silver, NGC VF details. Then we've got a 2021 British Virgin Islands Morgan and Peace dollar commemorative dollar, big silver coin here. Then we've got a 1932 Cuban peso in an AU53 NGC. So that one will actually probably fetch a premium. Definitely a nice coin, and usually don't find these certified. Next up, I've got a British Proof 6p from 1911. It's a Proof 64, and this one's got some really nice rainbow toning. Take a look at that when we shine it in the light. Rainbow toning, and that's original toning. This is a straight grader. And it's got the same pretty rainbow toning on the reverse here when you flash it in the light the right way. So definitely a cool piece. Yeah, I'm not sure how to get that in the lighting, but Proof 64, rainbow toned, 6p from Great Britain. Sterling silver. Then we've got, this is an old PCGS sample slab with a 90% Kennedy in there. It's a older sample slab, probably from the early 90s. So this is a nice piece, PCGS sample slab. So they were testing out how the slab would actually look with a coin in it before they released them. So pretty cool. Then I bought a Wounded Eagle, awesome Sacagawea dollar, MS65, which is pretty high grade, but this one is a cool piece. I It's my first Wounded Eagle, and you can see it's a Wounded Eagle right there. It's got the big spike through the bird. So it's definitely a cool piece. Wounded Eagle variety, Sacagawea dollar. And so this one I was excited about. That's definitely a cool piece. Here we've got a 1943 steel cent in an MS65. It's actually not going to be super expensive. You know, these ones, you do find them in higher grades, so that's probably not too expensive. Then we've got a Civil War token in an AU-58, 1863 New York Civil War token. So, you know, that's pretty cool. We've got 3rd Avenue and 20 and 21st Center Market, so New York, 587. So that's pretty cool. And then I bought a 1921 high relief peace dollar in an MS62, which is a pretty cool coin. And, you know, a higher dollar value coin, 1921 high relief MS62. Then we've got, come back to those Hungary coins like I was talking about. Higher grade is not so rare. We've got a 1571 Hungary coin, silver dinar in MS62. MS62 Hungarian 1 dinar. Different variety than the 1547 that I had, but still a cool piece and pretty similar. Not a hugely expensive coin. And then here we've got a 1610 Austria Salzburg. And this is a 1 Pfennig MS63. It's a uniface coin, I believe, possibly two-face, but I think it's just the obverse. And this is an MS63 from 1610, which is pretty cool. All right, and that's all I got for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and be sure to comment down in the comment section what your favorite coin was from the video. I think mine was definitely that Cobb 8 Reals. That's an awesome coin. And so, you know, I'll be looking at the comments, so let me know what's your favorite. Well, guys, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more coin-related content, and we'll see you guys next time on Peter Does Coins.